It is super easy to get into a funk, especially with everything that's going on. It's super easy to get into a funk when there's things out of control. It's super easy to get into a funk when looking outside and not within. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Abishai L, certified raw food educator and holistic health coach, helping the empathic and open-minded professional and entrepreneurial woman get rid of their stress, gain their energy back, and drop those pounds through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites and authenticity. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a 4-step process of getting out of a funk, because being in a funk could actually cause a detriment to your, not only your mental health, but your emotional health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. These 4 aspects are all connected. They're completely connected. And we want to get out of that funk. This is going to help propel you to further yourself in life. It's going to help propel you into growth, into more growth, because what happens is when you stay in that funk state, that low state, you end up becoming depressed, and this brings on the mental health issues. And if you see the news, they're pushing that mental health issue. Why? Because they want you to be on medication. So I'm helping you avoid that by giving you a 4-step process. Now, for those of you who know me, then obviously you know my story, and I've dealt with other people who have had similar issues, whether they were clients, whether they were just people that I came across that were in a funk, and it's very easy to get that way. Sometimes you wake up in a funk, and you don't know why, and you kind of give into it, and then here comes those negative thoughts, here comes those past traumatic thoughts, here comes, drop a comment below if you can relate to that. Also, let me know where all of you are coming from, by the way. Sometimes you're just low energy. You don't know why. Then here comes that boredom eating. Here comes that, well, chocolate will make you feel better. Well, ice cream will make you feel better. Well, cake will make you feel better. Well, sugar will, energy drink. I need an energy drink. So all these thoughts come and nothing's really helping. So I'm going to help you with that today. The first thing I want you to do is recognize, let's say you did wake up in a funk. What happened the day before? As I always say, when you go to sleep, digestion begins in your mind, and there's 3 of them, okay? There's the heart, there's the gut, and then there's the brain. So when you go to sleep, maybe you didn't digest everything. Maybe you held stuff in. Maybe you held certain memories in. Maybe you, Connecticut just jumps on my line. I know where you're from. And you're on YouTube. People are probably thinking I'm talking to Drop Dead Fred on here. But that's fine. She's on YouTube commenting, because I put all my replays on YouTube. If you want to access that, it's Abishai L. But anyways, so a lot of times when you go to sleep, maybe you didn't digest everything. So then you wake up, because believe it or not, you're working in your sleep and you're manifesting in your sleep. So if you went to sleep thinking, oh, I had a fucked up day today, what happens is when you go to sleep, you just manifested a fucked up day, believe it or not. So what we want to do is definitely get to the root. That is the first step. Get to the root. Someone just sent me something. Okay, that's for the webinar, I guess. So get to the root of the problem. In order to know where you're going, as I always say, you have to know where you're coming from. Getting to the root of that problem, doing that 4-step method that I always have people do, and really accessing where it's coming from. Sometimes it's external circumstances that you don't know what's happening. Sometimes it's something in your subconscious. It could be a past memory. Like sometimes I'm like, why do I feel, if I ever feel ungrounded, which is going to be my next step, if I ever feel ungrounded, I'm like, where is this coming from? Why do I feel so low? And then I'm like, oh, it's because I was over someone's house and they had the news on, and I know they lie on the news. So I'm in a pissy ass mood. that puts me in a mood because I know what they're pushing. So when I keep hearing certain things, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm in a funk. But it takes that moment of quieting yourself. So make sure when you're getting to the root of the problem, you're definitely journaling. And once you journal, I want you to sit there in complete silence, quiet yourself and say, what happened? What happened today? What happened yesterday? Maybe even the day before. What happened this week? Just look at the whole 7 days and say, when was I the happiest? Write down when you were the happiest and find out what happened to make you the happiest that day. And go find that happy every single day. Okay, so that's number one, getting to the root of the problem along with finding your happy again. Number two, the reason why you may be in a funk and how to get out of that is because maybe you didn't cleanse yourself. I saw something yesterday that I was not pleased about, and I'm very empathic. I feel it in my body sometimes on a deeper level because I'm very passionate, like I said. I am very protective. This is why my nieces and nephews absolutely love me. I'm very protective of children. I love children. They're innocent, even if they seem bad to people. It's like, listen, you raised them, okay? Anyways, so I saw something and I was like, I have to cleanse myself because it was upsetting. So sometimes you may be in a funk. Your body is responding to what it's receiving. Like I said, everything is information. So your body is receiving information all the time. So maybe maybe you saw something that you didn't like and you just went on about your day and your body's like, whoa, we need to cleanse. So take that moment to go outside and cleanse yourself, ground yourself, be at one with yourself, maybe do some sage. And that's going to bring me to my next point as well. Maybe do some sage, saying those positive things, detaching yourself from the issue at hand. Sometimes you have these, I'm telling you, I've been there where you've had these and drop a comment below if you've been there too, when you've had these past memories, like all of us, you're doing something and then all of a sudden you get this past memory because today, especially when it's like a retrograde or when something's happening, maybe a situation feels similar. Like, have you encountered someone that maybe felt similar to another person and you're like, I feel like I'm in a funk now because maybe that past person put you in a funk. So now you're relating this one to that person. Take a moment to detach that person from the other one and say that maybe this person is showing you that lesson. And then do some healing work by grounding yourself, cleansing, taking a warm bath, putting some crystals in there, playing music, just being at one with yourself and saying that that's not the same situation. That memory, I detach myself from all memories of the past. I stay completely in the present. I am present at all times. I am a being of light. This is just what I'm getting, so I'm just going with it. I'm a being of light. I am grounded. I am balanced. I am in a state of positivity. What happened to me is not who I am. Okay? What happened to me is not in the now. So that's something that you can say in your cleansing process. Okay? So all of that cleansing, I said ground yourself, maybe do some sage, take that warm bath, put some crystals in there. I'm getting tea bags, tea leaves, hibiscus. Okay, I'm seeing hibiscus tea leaves to put in the bath. Maybe I'll do that too. This is all of the stuff that you can do to ground and cleanse yourself and releasing yourself from those past memories. Okay. My third thing is get the funk out of here. Exactly. Releasing that, saying, I acknowledge that you are a past memory, or I acknowledge that you are a situation that wants to bring me down, but I will not let you. I will take your lessons and I will transmute them into higher frequency. So that's what I want you to do. Okay. The third thing is your nutrition. It's always nutrition. Sometimes when you eat certain foods do cause mental illness and they do cause depression. They do. They cause certain foods create imbalances because it's junk food. They're empty calories. They're designed to strip the nutrients. You need nutrients. And certain foods are designed to strip that away from you. And what happens is because those nutrients are boosting you up, when you strip those nutrients, you're literally stripping your happiness. So you want to replace that with foods that add to your happy, foods that are nutrient dense, like I always say. You want to go more for the foods high in water content, high in micronutrients. Everything that has a micronutrient that's healthy has a macronutrient. You don't focus on the macro, focus on the micro. The less ingredients, the better. Stay away from the sugars and the oils and the processed foods, things that do not serve you well, that will make you cranky. As a matter of fact, a lot of criminals and a lot of people who are not wired right, they're not wired right because they're not eating properly. And they think food can alter your DNA. It can alter your genetic makeup. It can make you think that what you're doing is right because you validated it in your head because your brain was altered by certain foods. So you want to focus in on your nutrition. Focus in on your nutrition, okay? And the fourth thing is definitely take this opportunity to not say, oh my God, I'm depressed. Get happy because you are clearly self-aware that you're in a funk. If you recognize, some people just go on about their day and they're just like, I'm just going to push. I'm just going to keep going. And it's not healthy. That will catch up to you and you'll have like liver damage or some shit. I've been there. So take this opportunity to get happy and say, wow, I'm able to now access the problem. It may feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it's designed, like I said in the other videos, you take the keys from hell to get to heaven. Heaven being your higher self, hell being your lower self. For those of you who don't agree with that, you ain't got to agree with it. It works for me. And it works for other people too. You're going to access that subconscious layer utilizing steps 1 through 3 to get to step 4, where you get your happy completely back because you're able to get rid of it now. Okay? You get happy when you're presented with it because now you know that this is my opportunity never to get back to that funk again. So I really hope this 4-step process was super helpful for you. Drop a comment below if you have been experiencing being in a funk and you're stuck. I want to help you, and I hope you have a successful, happy day, recognizing you are a being of light. Most of you, you're supposed to be on this earth, and just try to find your peace today. Okay? Have a wonderful day.